feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
It's true. This is not false advertising. These Teak and Table truly, especially if you have bad back like I do, I was the only other place that I was comfortable was Restoration Hardware, but I wasn't comfortable to pay. It might have been double.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous for stuff that either looked like what you and Trevor designs a lot of this stuff, so it's totally different that you don't see out in the market. So it's just awesome. But
Thank you.
I want to learn more about Trevor Ferguson.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Hilton Head.
I grew up in Hilton Head playing golf. I moved there when I was about 15 years old. I've been hustling my whole life, so I've always worked very hard. I have a twin sister who didn't work through high school or really college. I've been working since I was 12 or 13 years old. I've always kind of had a hustle, and I think it's something you're born with. So I started playing golf a lot in Hilton Head, caddying. I would do 2 loops a day, make $200 to $400 as a 13-year-old. At night, I would scoop ice cream, which I think was illegal because I think I was too young to work. But I used to scoop ice cream at night and just practice golf all day growing up in high school.
Where would you caddy?
Berkeley Hall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite course in Hilton Head?
Long Cove.
No further questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're growing up, and
Yep.
Parents married or divorced?
Parents married together. My father was in the software space, built up a lot of companies. He was involved in a large exit too, that he helped build up another company, so I got to watch that, which was exciting.
In Hilton Head?
We were living there. His office was in San Francisco.
Gotcha.
So he was traveling back and forth a lot.
Was that just, hey, let's just go move to Hilton Head because it's a nice place?
I think they bought the house on the internet. We moved from Michigan after that last gray winter and never went back.
Got it. So
Yeah.
he would
commute from Hilton Head to San Francisco every week.
Terrible. That's a terrible. Dude, he has no direct flight.
No.
So what does he do? Fly out of Savannah?
I don't know. This was such a long time ago.
He's 76 years old now. Trevor's 76 now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think he's 70, 69. But anyways, so yeah, he did that. But again, I watched him build these companies up. A big thing is I watched him build these companies up for other people. And some of them took care of them, some of them didn't. And that's where I learned, hey, you can succeed and you can fail working for other people. And that's why I kind of instantly decided to become an entrepreneur. Because if you can fail working for somebody else, you might as well go for it. And again, I started scooping ice cream when I was 13 and caddying, so I've always had that hustle in me. But that was one big takeaway I got is, hey, he's done it on his own and he's done it working for big companies. I saw good things happen. I saw bad things happen. That's when I decided, hey, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur when I get older.
So you grow up. Are you trying to turn this golf into like a career, or was it just enjoyed?
I was during high school. I was training like an athlete. Realized I couldn't shoot 65 every day in tournaments, and just decided to use it for business. And then in college, I fully engaged on social activities and hanging out with friends and networking, which I didn't do as much in high school.
So when you go on to the University of South Carolina.
Yep.
And great time.
Amazing time. So as you mentioned in the startup, Michael Phelps, I met him through a buddy of mine in school. So he would fly in, and I thought I was a hard worker at that time. And then I met and got to hang out with this guy for a couple of years when he was going through the Olympics. And then I realized I don't work hard at all. So he's the one that taught me really what grind is, what hard work is.
Okay, it just dawned on me that I remember. I thought it was the University of South Carolina. So, all right. So you really, and so you still stay in touch with him?
A little bit, not much. I mean, he's obviously gone. We've got families now. I think he's made a lot of changes in his life. He's obviously a very busy goat. So every now and then I'll get to talk to him, but that's about it.
But you got to see.
I got to see the hard work, and I got to see the dedication. The guy does not fail. He doesn't even think about failure. He's one of the hardest working, methodical people I've ever seen, and I learned a lot in 4 or 5 years that I got to be around him.
Were you like that? Were you still this go-getter in college, or did you kind of take a break because you were kind of working so hard during high school?
Oh, I worked through college.
You did?
I did, yeah. I valeted cars at the local spot in Columbia, and I got so good that I didn't need tickets. People would come, I'd remember them. They're always the same people. So yes, I worked all through college. I also catered. Anything I could do to make money in college, I did.
And did you always want to just get out of college to get
Yes.
your career going?
Yep.
Is that kind
I
of
picked one of the easiest degrees I had, which was hotel, tourism, retail management, which is pretty funny that I do retail now because none of that pipes back to what I do now. So there's nothing I learned in college that I think has helped me at Teak and Table. I'm sorry if South Carolina gets mad at that, but you can't learn marketing in a textbook. The algorithms, everything's so different these days that I didn't learn much in college. I did learn how to live on my own, which is pretty big, and I learned how to network.
Yeah. So I know that during your pre-interview and some of the research that we always do so much extensive research. We do FBI reports and all this kind of stuff. And you, if I'm not mistaken, aren't some huge believer that you even need to go to college.
I'm not. I think there's certain jobs that are teed up. You have to go to college. You got to go to college to be a doctor. You got to go to college to be a lawyer. I think to be successful and a good business guy, I don't think there's any reason to go to college. Again, if you can go to college and you're not going to collect a lot of debt and it's a 4-year vacation, you should absolutely do it. If you have the ability to go for free, do it. But if you're going to carry a big debt over your head and you're going to be going to construction or who knows what, I don't believe that college is necessarily the route.
No one's ever said what you just said, and it's I totally I'm kind of on board with what you just said because I actually got a statement yesterday in the mail because I don't look at it all the time of my children's 529s, and there is so much money in there, which is great. I've been putting that money away for 15 years. But I look at how much money is in there, and I go, this is money that I could do so much more with. But it's great because my kids won't have to pay, and they'll be good to go from that perspective. But to your point, I think it's just a way of life. It's a path, a journey, part of your life. But I got the same experience when I went to college too, where I always wanted to get out, and I didn't get some great book education there.
No.
And so I have. This isn't about me. Let me get back to you. All right. So you get out of school.
Yep.
And then you're like, what?
So immediately I started working for my dad selling software. They were laboratory information management systems, so we would sell systems to crime labs, FBI, DA, large labs. I had no interest in it. I didn't do very well at it. And then I broke off and started a company with this guy named Nico who went to University of South Carolina with me. So we started the company. It was based in actually Helsinki, Finland. We were able to raise a bunch of money, and we got a product live in New York, Sweden, and Helsinki, which was fun. It was very similar to like the ClassPass model.
Why do you just go to Helsinki?
I don't know why we did. It's a great tech startup. He was from there. We had access to capital there through the government. So we got $2 million in grant money to start a company and have it based in Helsinki while doing business in the States. So it was a great learning experience. It was really good. I learned a lot about starting a business, running a business, and also what to look for in a co-founder. I quickly realized, at least looking back, that we were both sales guys. And what's been so great about Teak and Table is the other owner, Mike, who's my brother-in-law. He's older, smarter. He also has the opposite skill sets that I have. And I think that's been huge, that balance, that yin and yang. And when you're looking for a co-founder, that's something huge to look for because in the last company, again, it did well. It did sell to a Swedish company. It wasn't like a huge tech exit by any means, but it did well. But it could have gone so much further had the co-founders had opposite skill sets.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.